How's everybody doing today? This is Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button, you guys, and subscribe. And yeah, man, I want to talk Shakur Stevenson, man. This past weekend he had a fight. I'm not gonna say if it was the best fight that I've ever watched, but it was a fight. Um, and him and Artem, they fought, and it was a lot of people say it was a lackluster performance for Shakur Stevenson. So a lot of people are saying right now that Shakur Stevenson doesn't deserve this, Shakur Stevenson doesn't deserve that. Fans were walking out of the crowd. They were walking back, to their cars and out of the arena. Mid fight. Uh, Maybe 6 through 8 rounds. They were leaving. There's video of people leaving in the 8th round. So I mean, right now, you guys gotta understand. Smash that like button as soon as you guys come in, y'all. Let's definitely get these likes up. I'm not here to say whether Shakur Stevenson deserves the money or not. Because I feel like all fighters deserve some type of money. But at the end of the day, what have you done for us lately? You know, what has Shakur Stevenson done for us lately for us to think that, he is going to continue to put on these lackluster performances? You know, I mean, all we can do is go off of what you've done for us lately. And lately, you haven't done a whole lot. You know, yes, you've won. You've done the bare. I feel like he's done the bare minimum and he's won. That's just the fact. That's the fact. Shakur Stevenson has been doing the bare minimum because if he wanted to push the gas on Artem this past weekend, he could have pushed the gas and he could have got him out of there. I feel like. I truly feel like he could have got Artem out of there. I mean, this was a perfect opponent to me, you know, where Shakur Stevenson could have got him out of there. Now, Shakur Stevenson in the post-fight press conference, in the post-fight interview, was saying that a lot of the boos were coming from Artem not, coming forward and not, trying to pretty much trying to be elusive and avoid the knockout. But that's your fault. You're the boxer. You're the one that, dictates, you know, whether he gets knocked out or not. You've never heard Tank saying, I think that was his fault because I didn't get the knockout. That was the opponent's fault because I didn't get the knockout. He was doing this and doing that. He just gets it done. He just gets it done. Smash that like button and subscribe. Jay Will in the chat says that's 3 million a fight guaranteed. I wonder what percentage of pay-per-view he'd get. Listen, man. At this point, that's locked in guaranteed money. Um, 5 fights, 15 mil. I mean, that's what, a year and a half? A year and a half at that. I mean, if the Lomo fight's in there or if one of those big fights in there, then I can understand him turning down that money. But it's a guaranteed. It's guaranteed. But nobody's saying that him beating Lomachenko is guaranteed. Nobody's saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that, him beating Lomachenko is a for sure thing already. I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. Hell no, I'm not saying that. Because the reason why I'm not saying that is because Shakur Stevenson, if you guys have watched him lately, as I have, and the rest of these people on live and diehard fans have watched Shakur Stevenson, you know, I'm gonna be honest, man. I mean, I just don't like what he see. I don't like what I see. I feel like he's getting, complacent in some areas. He doesn't like to get hit. Shakur Stevenson definitely doesn't like to get hit, at all. But no fighter does. So I can't take that from him because no fighter wants to get hit. What fighter do you know goes out and wants to get hit? None of them. None of them do. So I can't take that from him. Um, But at the end of the day, I mean, what have you done for us lately for us to say, you know, we're gonna pay, XYZ for your fights? Right now, I'm gonna be honest with you. Right now, I'm a diehard boxing fan. Right now, if Shakur Stevenson were to fight another guy like Artem or another foreign guy that I barely heard of, I'm not, even if he came to the DMV, even if he came to DC, I'm not paying my hard-earned money to go watch Shakur Stevenson fight. I'm just being honest. You know, not what I've seen lately. And it's not even lately. It's been a while he's been doing this. You know, he's only got 10 knockouts. That's gonna stay like that for a while, I feel like, because right now he's not going in for the kill. You know, Javante Tank Davis has that kill shot. You know what I mean? Shakur Stevenson, we haven't seen it lately. We have not seen his shots lately. We have not seen him get in there, mix it up. You know what I mean? Stand on what the fuck you believe in. Stand on, your power, and get him the fuck out of there. Excuse me. Put the kids up. Excuse me. So it's like one of those things, man. You guys got to understand. This is the early morning live stream. Shout out to everybody that's coming in. But I had some stuff on my mind. I had to get it off because, Shakur Stevenson, is saying the whole fight, I'm gonna knock him out. Chill, coach. Relax. His coach is saying he needs to work off his jab. He needs to come forward. He needs to, press. He needs to. His coach is pretty much saying he needs to bring the action. And he needs to get him out of there. And this is his coach. This is his grandfather. This is just not any kind of coach. This is Shakur Stevenson's grandfather. Okay? So this is just not any kind of coach talking to him like this, okay? This is actually Shakur Stevenson's grandfather. Okay? And I mean, who knows you best than your grandfather? I mean, the guy's training with you every day. He's working, he's helping you out every day, and he's there for you, and he's telling you to, step it up, and you're telling him, no, I'm good, pretty much. You're telling him, no, you know, I got this. So what the fuck do you need a trainer for? If you're gonna tell him what you think is going on and what you got going on, which is not working, you know what I mean? Yeah, you're winning. I'm not gonna say it's not working, but for the knockout, we're all talking about knockouts because at the end of the day, knockouts puts asses in seats. You know, when you fight the way Shakur Stevenson does, people leave. Facts, facts. People don't want to see that shit, man. People don't want to spend 150, $250 for a seat, and then all you see at the main event is a whole lot of booing and a whole lot of, some people would say pussyfooting around. Some people would say, you know, not eager to get the knockout. Not, some fighters in this generation have that it factor, you know. Um, Terrence Crawford has that it factor. Okay. Andre Ward had that it factor. Okay. Javante Tank Davis have that it factor. Okay. I'm not sure if Shakur Stevenson has that it factor because that's another thing. What is Shakur Stevenson going to look like stepping up the level of competition? We haven't seen him step up to that A-class level in a while. A lot of these fighters, a lot of these former champions and stuff like that he's fought, they've had losses already. You know what I mean? I want to see him fight a guy like Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, Javante Tank Davis, Teofimo Lopez. I mean, these guys right here I genuinely feel like can push Shakur, you know, to possible greatness. I'm not saying the kid can't be great, but I'm just saying what we've seen lately, it's just not enough. It's not enough, man. It's not enough. And I don't know if it'll ever be enough if he continues to keep fighting like this. Because eventually, all of that, he's jab, 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 and as soon as the guy starts throwing his punches, he's backing up, backing up, backing up. You know, that's Shakur's, name in the game. He's not trying to get hit. And nothing that I can say, nothing that you can say, nothing that anybody at home can say can change his mind on what he believes in. His own grandfather was trying to, tell him what he feels like he needs to be doing. And Shakur Stevenson was pretty much like, look, I got this. You know, I got this. I'm good. And it's like, damn, if you're not gonna listen to your grandfather, okay, okay, your head trainer, okay, who are you gonna listen to? If you're not gonna listen to him, I mean, this is your freaking grandfather. This ain't just no Joe Schmo off the streets. This is your grandfather. So listen, man. I mean, we've seen it time and time again, man. That Shakur Stevenson comes into this game. He gets his fight. We get kind of I'm not gonna say hype, but there's some buzz when Shakur Stevenson this week, that this past weekend when he was fighting. Now, I don't know if that was because of the undercard or what, but it wasn't a big, huge undercard either. So, you had, Keyshawn Davis fighting on the undercard. You had, Ashaki Foster, which he got robbed. Some people say Caseo won. I had a guy DM me yesterday and said he feels like Caseo won. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't see it. I don't see it. I'm still screaming robbery. I'm still screaming. You know, the WBC needs to get that shit right. I mean, I thought it was. I truly thought it was almost a shutout, man. Close to. And to hear those scorecards, man, messed me up, man. I was like, what? I felt for Oshaki Foster. I mean, he was fucked up. He was fucked up on the press con on the post fight interview. He was like, what are they doing? Like this is just out of this world. What were the judges seeing that I didn't see? Because he felt like he was in full control. I thought he was in full control. A lot of people that watched the fight thought Oshaki Foster was in full control, but it doesn't matter what we think. It only matters what those three judges feel. And if those three judges feel that you ain't done enough and that you haven't punched enough and that you haven't, you know, put up enough, work to get that W, then they're not gonna reward you with that. So they didn't reward him with that. They wound up giving it to Consejo, which he's the first champion um, you know, right now in his country, I believe. And listen, man, more power to him. Congratulations. But I still don't think you won. Robinson Caseo, I follow him on Instagram. Been following him since he was in the Olympics. So, I got nothing against the guy. I mean, I'm following him on Instagram. I like his pictures and shit, but the hell with that. I don't think you won. I really don't think you won. And, a lot of people out there could say that, hey, Corey, you got to be more active. You got to be more. I'm like, yo, this dude, Shoshaki Foster, was slipping punches. He was, what I mean, he was very elusive. He was very, game. He was definitely punching, mixing it up, and he was landing. And I thought that he landed the best. Yeah, so I thought he landed the better punches. Shout out to Jay Will in the chat said Shakur hurt Artem to the body a few times but didn't step on the gas. Facts. A late TKO was there for Shakur, in my opinion. Facts. Let me know what you guys think, though, man. I had to go live real quick for this. He turns down 15 mil, and at this point, a lot of promoters aren't paying fighters top dollar, you know, um, if you are producing. And after that performance, we'll see. We'll see what Shakur gets. If he wants to do a fight by fight basis, we'll see if the percentages add up. But close to 3 million, or more per fight, on that performance, fighting that caliber of fighter doesn't seem bad to me. That's all I'm saying. Smash that like button and subscribe. This is Corey Boxing, and you've been hit with another banger. Peace out, you guys. Thanks.